It's the Zach Sang Show. Zach Sang Show.
Jake Miller's here one more time.
Hello, Jake. Jake Miller.
How you guys doing?
You sound real good over there.
Thank you. You sound real good over there.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm great.
Yeah? What do you? That's the Drake merchandise?
Yeah, I bleached it myself.
Oh, you were telling me you realized how easy it is to like distort your own clothes.
Well, not distort it, just bleach it.
Okay, yeah, but you're kind of distorting it. But it's art. It's nice.
Well, most people don't want to bleach their clothes.
Well,
Why do you do it?
I don't know. It's like a trend now, I think.
Right.
A lot of people are doing it. I think Kanye started it.
Yeah.
But
what did Kanye not start?
Yeah, exactly.
That's
but yeah, I like went on YouTube and I was like trying to figure out how to bleach it, but it's like the easiest. You literally just throw bleach on it and like 2 seconds later it turns into like a really cool.
It's magic.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Are you trying to say send Drake a message? You're always wearing OVO and Drake merch.
I love Drake. He's my favorite. And on top of that, OVO is like kind of signed to Warner Brothers, and I'm signed to Warner Brothers, so I kind of feel like we're
it's a family thing.
Yeah, we're family a little bit, but he's never met me, so he doesn't have any idea who I am.
Now let's start with your tour.
Yeah.
Overnight
tour.
How we feeling?
Feeling great. Actually, the tickets just went on sale to everybody, to the public this morning.
Are we sold out anywhere yet?
Nope, not yet. It's coming.
I think it's coming.
The VIPs flew out.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean, the shows are going to be crazy. We're going to venues that are much bigger than we've ever done. I'm bringing two of the most incredible artists, Max and Spencer Sutherland, as openers. So it's just going to be so much fun. And they're like my friends from here. So like I've known them for so long, and it's just going to be like a really good time every night.
And you have a new album, right? I mean, this is your first real project attached to a major label.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's an EP. It's not an album. So we haven't put out a full-length album with Warner Brothers yet. I'm kind of waiting until like we have that smashed single.
Yeah.
That the whole world's eyes are on me, and then I want to drop my first debut album. But yeah, I mean, it's an EP. It's called Overnight.
Yeah.
And it's 7 songs, and I really just kind of locked myself in the studio for like 6 months and just tried to kind of transform my music a little bit. I was doing a lot of pop rap, as you know.
Yes.
That's probably the last time we did an interview. I was doing more pop rap.
Yeah.
And I love that. Like, that's what got me my fan base. My fans love that, and maybe one day I'll get back to rapping, but I just thought I kind of wanted to grow up in my music a little bit. I felt like I was maturing. I moved to LA. I was
Your life is different now.
My life is a little bit different. I just feel like I'm maturing a little bit. So I wanted the music to reflect that.
And let's get into that, right? So you had to have a conscious decision with yourself, right? Am I going to give up rapping and stick to singing? Because that was on my list of questions, right?
Yeah.
What do you consider yourself? Obviously a musician, but if you really break it down, right?
What genre?
You're not a rapper, or are you a pop singer?
I never considered myself a rapper or hip hop. Like, it was always pop. That was my genre from the beginning. It's just I rapped as well. So like I was never somebody who was like spitting bars and like lyricism and like you know what, that wasn't really me. Like the first music that I ever listened to growing up was NSYNC. Like Justin Timberlake is who I fell in love with.
Yeah.
You know, when I got older in middle school, I started listening to Eminem. That was kind of the development of my love for hip hop.
Yeah.
And then Drake and John Mayer. I went through this phase where I was listening to all these like alternative rock bands, like The Starting Line and The Almost. And
Dude.
So my music spectrum is like across the board. So I don't really know what you would consider me. I think all the music I've listened to in my life is kind of just compiled into one genre that's Jake Miller.
Now let's go into, are you writing your own songs? You're working with different producers, right?
Yeah, I'm working with a lot of extremely talented people. So on this project, I worked with so many people, including Jay Hart, who helped me with Overnight.
Yeah.
Brian J helped me with a lot. He's become one of my best friends.
I've seen the two of you together.
Yeah. We went on a helicopter yesterday. Not like as a date or anything.
That's cute.
It was nice. You were hanging out of the helicopter. That's scary.
It was for my birthday. I wanted to treat myself to a little adventure, but it was so much fun.
Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you so much.
Where are we? I mean, you're 24 years old.
24. It doesn't feel like that.
So old.
Are we?
No, right?
Are we happy with where we're at 24?
I'm very happy. I mean, it's definitely this last year has felt very different than all the past years because I've moved to LA permanently.
Yeah.
You know, I have a new group of friends, which are amazing people, but they're new to me.
It's scary a little bit.
It's scary, and with the whole transformation of music, like that's also kind of changed a lot of just how I'm perceived in the industry and stuff like that. So, but I really wanted to not go too far away from my roots and my pop rap type music because I didn't want to disappoint any fans. But at the same time, I wanted people to listen to my new project and be like, oh, I hear a difference. Like, that's the grown-up 2.0 version of Jake.
Do you feel like there's a little pressure on you, right? Whether
There's
it's from the
pressure.
industry or from the major label? I mean, to kind of, maybe it's not keep up with the times, but, you know, do something better and bigger than the last record.
I mean, it's no pressure from my label or from my family or friends. It's more just the pressure that I put on myself as an artist. as an artist, you're always just kind of fighting to stay relevant and to, just always be productive. So like when I moved to LA, the reason I moved to LA was just so that not one day went by where I didn't do something productive, or I didn't meet somebody who could help me or network with me, and this is the place to do it. So I feel more pressure now than ever, just because there's always something to do in LA. There's always an event that you can go to
always a club,
meet someone,
always a hand that needs to be shaked.
Exactly.
But you tweeted out a few weeks ago you wanted to get out of here.
Well, sometimes you need breaks. This place is also a jungle sometimes, and not in terms of my career and people that I meet that are in the industry. It's more just regular people here that I've met. It was very hard to find like a solid group of friends. But I recently was like, yeah, this is definitely who I'm gonna be clicking with.
Yeah, who is in your crew? I've seen you with different people.
Man, my real crew is just people that you don't know, just regular kids who.
Yeah.
Try him. He probably knows.
No, my tour manager Scooter is like one of my best friends.
Scooter doesn't count. He's not there.
I mean, okay, so do you know the cheat codes?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay,
Sex.
so,
I love their remix of
let's talk
Sex. They're
about
good guys.
So they're like the greatest guys in the world. I've become very close with them. This kid Cade.
Okay.
Who's an electronic pop
I don't know
artist.
him. I see the guy from Emblem 3 at your shows.
Yeah, I've been friends with Wesley and Keegan and all them for
He scares
years
me
now.
a little.
Which one?
The whatever, Wesley.
Wesley? Why is he scary?
Yeah. I don't know. I just I get a real hooligan vibe from him.
They're very like California.
Yeah.
But in a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
How do you measure success right now, right? Because you've been selling out these venues for a very long time. When we talked 4 years ago, you sold out Best Buy Theater.
Yeah.
Now you'll go back, you'll sell out PlayStation Theater, the same exact
Same theater,
venue,
yeah.
same venue size. How do you measure success at this point in your life?
How do I measure success? I mean, honestly, as long as I just like go to sleep happy every night.
That's it?
And that's it.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I've never been the type of person to like care about the money. The money's great.
Oh, come on.
Not at all. Like
You're
literally
24,
not at all.
you're young, you're 24.
It's nice that I'm making money
you're
doing
rich.
something that I love. I wouldn't say I'm rich, but I'm doing good for myself. But that's never been something that's driven me. Like it's always just been about the fact that I was just a normal high school student like a few years ago in the back of the class with no idea what I wanted to do with my life. And now I'm like on helicopters in LA.
Living a good life.
So, like it literally makes no sense to me. Like I'm mind blown by it all. So
It was you and your dad in South Florida. You were able to put together this really incredible career, right?
yeah, it started with just me and my dad
Yeah.
and hopping in and Scooter. He was selling merch at the time, and we just hopped in like a white creepy van that everyone's like scared of looking at because you don't know who's inside. And we just hopped in one and we went across the whole country, and it was like 25 people at every show, and then 50 people and 100 people, and it just grew
It's
and grew.
grown. Is your dad still involved?
He's involved, but not in like a professional way. It's more of just like my personal manager.
Yeah.
So like he's on all the emails and stuff. He knows what's going on, but it's more of just like overseeing, making sure I'm happy, making sure that, you know, he's also my financial manager.
That's
so,
good.
Yeah.
Are you a little frightened now? I mean, there's a lot more hands in this pot, right? There's more
There's a lot of
chefs in the
cooks in the-
cooks in the kitchen.
Too many
building
cooks.
Jake Miller.
Yeah, no, I'm not. That doesn't make me scared. That makes me so like thankful. Like there's so many people who work not for me, but like they go to their jobs at Warner Brothers or CAA, and like their focus is me. And
Yeah.
it's just like there's so many people.
You like to hope that their focus is you,
Exactly. Yeah.
right?
But yeah, I mean, I just started in my bedroom by myself. So like to look around and see like all these like people who like
It's
have
nice.
actual jobs who are like working for me. Like that's just incredible.
How's your sister doing?
She's doing good. She
Yeah?
is about to be a junior at
Cool.
University of Michigan. She's about to study abroad in Florence, Italy.
Oh, cool.
Very nice.
That's gonna be cool.
The last time we spoke, she was getting harassed in high school by all the people who wanted to get in touch with you.
I thought you said she was getting her ass in high school.
Oh no!
What?
No! Whoa! No, she was getting like everybody in the hallways was coming up to her.
Yeah, I think that was actually kind of like an awkward period for her because like she was trying to find like her own identity, and like everybody was coming up like Jake Miller's sister, and
Yeah.
she didn't really love it. But now like she'll send me videos of like her and all of her sorority sisters like jamming to my music, and I think she likes it now.
Are you writing all your own music?
I'm always involved. I mean, sometimes there's people in the room helping me, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Does it surprise you that people are willing to spend like $200 to meet you after your shows?
Yeah.
And then have to buy another ticket on top of that?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're robbing them a little bit?
No, I don't feel like I'm robbing them. I mean, it's crazy. Like, I would have paid that much money to see some of my favorite artists.
Would you? Because there's some artists that say that idolization is not kind of the way, right? Lucas Graham is going to come in later today, and he believes the opposite. He actually wrote a song about
that
it.
Everybody should just come for free to the shows?
No. You got to make money. It's an industry, obviously. But I think his point was idolization, right? Putting somebody on such a high pedestal that you feel the need to like spend buco bucks just to be in the same room as them.
It's a very weird situation, a very weird industry. But at the same time, I don't even know how to answer that question.
No.
I try to meet as many people as possible who can't afford the VIP tickets.
You do. You've always been amazing.
I always have done that.
Seriously,
so like after the
you're
shows,
best.
I'll go out to the tour bus. There'll be
Yeah.
a bunch of people crowded around the bus who couldn't afford the tickets, and I'll always try to take pictures with them and stuff like that.
Damn, those VIP tickets, people are probably pissed. Like, we spent $200 on this, and these girls are paying nothing.
It's always been a tough balance for that because like there's people outside who I could literally open the tour bus door and
talk to
and give a picture to, and it's like, why wouldn't I do that? But then there's girls inside and guys inside who just paid a lot of money to meet me and take a picture. So it's kind of unfair, but at the same time, like I just want to meet all my fans.
Is there anybody that you would pay money to meet?
Yeah, a lot of people.
Yeah, like you.
You?
Well, stop. Thank you.
No, I mean John Mayer. I would pay $10,000 to be in a room with him.
Wow.
And what does that conversation
Not
go
really,
like?
but what does that
No,
conversation
if
go
you
like?
had the opportunity to spend 10 grand to like sit down with John Mayer for 20 minutes, would you?
I might. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. He's like changed my life. Like really. Like what he does for me is like why I feel music was invented.
Yeah.
Like it's just like the epitome of music.
And why is that? Is it the fact that you can use music to really relate to somebody, to touch them, to really
Yeah, it's just the
understand what
lyrics.
they're going through?
His lyrics have just like always touched me. Not so much that like I relate to them, but
Yeah.
there's just some songs that I just like feel him and like I feel the emotion, and it's taught me a lot about like how to express emotion and how to sing, and
Yeah.
I've just learned so much from him, from guitar solos to melodies to his live performances to his weird guitar solo faces. Like he's crazy. He's amazing.
But you've had really emotional songs and open songs in the past. I remember a song that you used to perform on tour that was based on like letters you would get, right?
Yeah, A Million Lives. I still play that.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thinking about it wants to bring me to tears.
Thank you so much.
Do you feel like you need to channel that? Because when I was listening to the EP,
Yeah.
I felt like I lost that emotion a little bit.
No, I think that I started making a lot of those songs. I made a song called Steven back in the day. That
Yes.
it was a story about this kid named Steven who, there wasn't actually a kid named Steven, but it was modeled after a kid who,
Yeah.
if you gotta go listen to the song, it's basically a suicide awareness song.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a pretty dark song, but it's important. A Million Lives is just how a lot of people have written me fan mail and stuff like that, telling me how I've changed their life, and then I turn it around and say that they've changed my life, and all that stuff is amazing. Like it did really great for me, and those songs weren't like superficial. I wasn't trying to like,
No.
play the hero. I really thought that it was important to put those songs out, but I thought that the more songs like that I put out, the less special they would become. And if
I
I
get
just
that.
kept putting out really deep emotional songs, like I would kind of put myself in like a box.
Yeah.
And anytime I tried to make like a cool, fun party song, people would just be like, no, like we like that stuff better. So it's just important to have a balance. But yeah, I mean, that doesn't mean I'm gonna stop making those songs. But that was more like the storytelling type rap.
So now it's a little different, right? So when you're going to the studio now compared to before, what mindset do you go into the studio with?
It's a lot different. It's just like it depends on the kind of music I'm listening to and the type of music that I'm enjoying at that moment. Like right now, I'm listening to a lot of like The Weeknd.
Yeah.
And like when I just listen to that, it's just like cool, sexy, like just like sexy music. And so like that's what I really like right now. And so when I'm in the studio, like I that's kind of just what I turn to, or like something like Bruno Mars I've been listening to a lot right now, like that funky bass line. So like I don't know, it's really just all that I'm listening to right now. That's kind of what I put into my music at the time.
And where were you at in life? Do we have a girlfriend? Because you were with
I knew
somebody.
you were gonna ask that.
Yeah, of course, obviously. I mean, the last time we talked, you
It's
were
a
with
very
somebody.
tricky situation.
Yeah, you got to give me something because I think I met your lady one
probably
night.
did.
Well, yeah, at Bootsy Bella's.
Is it hard staying loyal to a girlfriend when you're on the
No,
road?
I mean I've always been like a very loyal person. My dad and my mom met in high school, and they're still going extremely strong. So I've never been the type of person, like if I'm in a relationship, I'm not gonna cheat. I'm not gonna do any of that.
So when you were on tour with Fifth Harmony, how many of them did you hook up with?
All of them.
All five?
Single one.
It's lucky,
Nice.
man.
No, none of them. They're all really great girls though.
Okay, I don't want to go to fantasy. I want to go to reality here.
That's reality.
Where is your girl right now? So is she out of the picture?
No.
So what
I literally don't even know how to answer because like
You
we
don't know.
We don't even know.
So okay, so let me assume here that like you're in a gray area. You're kind of you're in a break.
A little bit.
Okay.
A little bit.
What is it? Distance? Does she not live here?
No, she lives about a mile away.
Jeez.
Yeah.
You guys have been together for years, though.
Yeah, wow.
How long?
8 years.
That's like a marriage at this point.
24 though.
No, I mean,
ridiculous.
like we love each other. We really do, but we just thought it was time to kind of maybe like have some space. That doesn't
Experience
really mean
new things.
experience new things, live separately. You know, it's just a healthy thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I mean, no hard feelings towards her like at all. Like she's like my best friend. So.
When you post the shirtless photos on Instagram, you're just hoping that she sees it, right? Because now
Nah,
you're at a point where you
there's
need to remind her.
There's like no like what's the word?
What?
Like bad
Animosity?
Yeah,
No,
like no animosity.
Okay,
Like,
there's no
I see her all the
animosity,
time.
but you might want her to still see your shirtless photos, or do you?
I mean,
say-
I don't work out so that I'm the only person that sees it, you know? Like, I work out every day so that, like,
You do it for a reason.
And she's already been there, done that. You know, like she's seen it.
yeah, she's
all
seen
of it.
She's probably seen more than that.
Yeah.
This makes me very sad that you guys aren't together.
I mean,
anymore.
we're both in a really great place.
That's good.
Yeah.
Because you have a lot going your way. I think you have a hit off this album too, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think there's something here. Are you writing new music? Are you relying off the EP? Where are you
No,
at
I mean,
right
right now we're promoting the EP.
Yeah.
I'm getting in the studio when I have downtime now. But I honestly believe in overnight a lot. I think it's my best shot that
I agree.
that I've given so far to radio or just to the world, and I've gotten so many new fans off this EP, and especially from this song. I don't know what it is, but
You and Simone Biles, dude.
maybe that's it. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Wait, let's be real.
Okay.
Here's what I'm thinking right now in my mind.
Okay.
I'm thinking you have this girlfriend. You guys are 8 years in. You haven't experienced anything new, right?
Okay.
You've kind of turned down all the amazing things that have come your way because they do come your way, but you're a loyal human being.
Okay.
And then Simone comes along, right? She's a huge fan of yours. You're going to do this music video together. And regardless of you being loyal to your lady or not, I think that might have hurt. Right? Because Simone is a single girl. She's in love with you. She's beautiful. She's a gymnast. There's something there, you know? Maybe
Well,
that
I don't
could've
know
been
if
it.
she's in love with me. I just know that she supports me and I support her, and I thought it would be a great fit.
It was a very good music video.
Thank you.
It was nice.
She teach you any move like splits or anything?
No, I actually wanted her to do like some moves like in the video and like slow it down and like some like really cool epic flips. But like she was on tour at the time and like we didn't want her to get hurt.
You can't do that. You got to pay extra for that,
Yeah,
dude.
exactly.
She doesn't just flip for free.
She does not flip for free.
She'll stand there.
Her
Same
mom was
here.
there. Like that was the most awkward part. Just
Oh.
Because she's very young and like she's never been in a music video and like
How old is she?
I don't know.
She's
maybe
like
18?
16. She's 18.
Oh, that's young.
I
You
thought she
can't
was
date
young.
with that. No.
She's 19.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
okay,
better.
that's
Just
fine.
pull it up that quick.
She was already up on my computer.
For no reason. Just there.
She's always there.
But yeah, no, like it was a little. That was the only part that was a little uncomfortable because I could tell her mom was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
As like in terms of like what exactly am I going to be witnessing right now? Like what are you guys going to be doing? Like
How
are you gonna be
passionate is
crawling
this
on
gonna
top
get?
of him or?
And you guys like almost kissed, right? You were pretty close.
We were pretty close, but yeah.
I mean, this is pretty close. I don't know.
That's very
pretty close.
That's pretty
That's
close.
nice.
Doesn't get much closer. Yeah.
That's pretty
It's from
close.
Dan's personal photography collection.
It's
Keeps it. It's on his desktop.
That's a folder.
You're gonna make that your wallpaper.
Already is.
How are you doing your tour merch? I'm very excited for them. I told you when
That's
you were
been like
coming
one
in,
of
I-
my favorite things
Yeah?
that I'm working on recently. Yeah. Just because I feel like merch and like fashion has like really become a lot different this year or the last 2 years than it has in the past. And like, again, Kanye, I think like his merch at his shows have become more than just like tour merch. It's like, it's a clothing line.
Yeah.
Like you see everyone wearing like St. Pablo.
Oh,
Shirts,
all
like
the
everybody.
time. The hats are everywhere.
Yeah. So like, and then Bieber came out with the Purpose tour merch that just like
They're
it was
selling
now
that at
sold in
PacSun.
stores.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like it's way more than just like a shirt that you would get on tour. So I've been like working super closely with Warner Brothers just to make sure that the merch is like
Great.
really, really dope.
So you're obviously taking a lot of notes from everybody around you.
Of course.
You
always.
soak in like a sponge.
Everything.
Do you credit that for your success? Right? Being able to like kind of filter out the good and the bad from everybody else and then kind of let it live
Yeah.
within your own brand?
I think so. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously very important to stay true to yourself and do things that are unique and not follow the trends. But at the same time, it's cool to see what's working. And I'm always kind of looking at other artists and seeing what they're doing and if I think it's working or not. And
Yeah.
I mean, I take notes for sure.
Who's your rock right now? Like, do you have a best friend that you can rely on here?
I have many, yeah. I mean, my parents and my sister, like,
Do they come out often?
they've come out to visit me like 3 times. But,
Okay.
I mean, we text and call like all the time. We're like
Yeah.
a very, very close family.
Do you feel like you need to be here for business?
Yeah.
Would you go back if you could?
No.
Really?
I mean, I miss my parents. My sister's in Michigan, so my parents are really the only thing that's in South Florida that
Yeah.
I miss. But there's the city that I grew up in was like amazing, and like it was very suburban and small and safe, and like I felt great about it growing up there. But like now there would be nothing there for me.
Different challenges.
I've had like 2 studio sessions in 22 years in South Florida.
Wow.
Like there's no studio, like there's studios obviously, but like
Yeah.
not too many people to work with.
Where in Florida are you from?
Fort Lauderdale.
Okay, you got to go to Miami, really, and that's like a 45-minute drive.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
At South Beach is where the few studios are, and even that, like it was a lot of like hip hop people who I would be in the studio with, and it just wasn't like a good fit. So
And-
out here, I'm meeting people every single day. The Uber drivers are like,
They'll play you your mixtape.
Are you a partier? Like, do you drink? Do you smoke? Or do you just focus on what you're doing
I focus on what I'm doing mostly.
while drinking and smoking?
I mean, I don't really.
What a
I don't
weird
really
way to
smoke
go into
too
that
much.
question.
No,
I'm not gonna.
I mean,
not
I
ask.
don't drink any more than a normal 20. I'm 24
He goes
now.
out on the
Wow.
weekends. He has fun. He likes to live his life. I've seen you out. But you were good. I've seen you
No, I
out a
was
couple
good.
times. Yeah.
And I also handle myself very well, just because like I never know who's there and who's watching me, and
Scary part about being in this town,
yeah,
right? Everybody's watching. You know
Everybody's
everybody.
yeah.
It's freaky. It's
So
freaky.
yeah, it's just it's important to have fun, but when you're out, like it's important to like be on top of your game, because like the other night I was at some event, I think it was like a Nylon magazine, and like Zed walks by, and like I've never met him before, and like I had a few drinks in me, but I was like, hold on, like this is Zed. Like,
Pull it together.
and so I walked up to him, talked to him for like 20 minutes, got his number, and like now we're homies. So like
Oh, sick.
it's really cool. That's why I need to be here. Like
That's it.
now I need to get in the studio with Zed, you know? So like that couldn't have happened back in the
You're
hometown.
laying the groundwork here.
Yeah.
Is there anybody you've met and kind of hit it off with that you've been surprised?
I can't really think on the spot. I mean, that was a pretty cool thing.
That's a big one. You think about it, we'll come back to
Okay.
it. You're going on tour. Your live show's amazing.
Thank you.
I remember when you used to bring a couch out on stage and
Yeah.
you used to do the girl and it was
Not
the whole
anymore.
big thing. No more.
No more.
We're looking away from that.
That's
Let's-
just a song that I've retired, and it was cool at the time. But I'm looking for new creative ways on this tour. Still thinking how to like bring someone on stage and.
And how are we going to do it? Like, what is
I don't
the
know.
planning
You have any
like?
suggestions?
No, not yet.
Not
I'll come up with a few and I'll pitch them to you.
Okay.
But like, tell me about the creative process. You're doing it. Are you hands on with it?
It's all me.
All you.
It's only me. Yeah. I sit down and get on my computer and think of what kind of band members I want and what I want them to look like, and like literally like.
Yeah.
And then we'll go and have kind of like an audition. And the other day me and my tour manager sat down with this kid Mike who plays guitar, and I just kind of said like, "Yo, play for me," and he was just shredding. I'm like, "Okay, welcome to our band." So.
So what are we doing? We're doing drums, right?
We're doing
Guitar.
drums, so which is my same homie Kevin that I took out of
He's
high
the
school
best.
when he was 17 years old. We wrote his principal a note and said, "Can he miss half the school year?" And he was like a big fan of Kevin's. He was like, "Yeah, like go pursue your dreams." So we took
That's
him out of high
pretty
school. I have this guy Walter who does bass for like Zed and Big Sean and stuff like
Yeah.
that. He's dope. This new guy Mike who's gonna be guitar, and then we're gonna have someone on the keyboard who we still haven't figured it out yet. But
Beautiful.
yeah.
Jake Miller. You're a good egg.
How
Thanks,
cool?
man.
How cool is it to see a billboard of yourself in Times Square?
So cool. There's like nothing cooler than that. Like billboards are sick, but like billboards in Times Square, like
Yeah, it's-
that's how you know.
But again, like this is nothing new to you. You've had
still-
your billboard up there before.
It's been up there, but I mean it's still crazy.
But do you feel like there's pressure to consistently evolve your brand and your music?
Of course, don't you feel like there's pressure to
Yes!
keep evolving your talk show?
Every effing day. It's the worst.
Anything you do really
No.
in the world, like you should always be practicing
have
it and
to.
getting better at it.
That's really the goal. And it isn't the worst. It's actually the best because you need to creatively challenge yourself because
Sure.
you'll never know what you're actually capable of doing.
For sure.
You know? How do you break the mold? Nobody wants the same old shit. So,
You're right.
I applaud you, Jake Miller.
I applaud you.
You're a
Zach
good
Sang.
man.
Well, I actually got one more real good question.
Go ahead,
It's
Dan.
real good. Wait for it.
All right. So let's say you're a piece of bread.
Okay.
You could spread anything on yourself.
Oh, gosh.
What would you spread on yourself?
That was very important.
There's like this.
Oh, he has
there's
an
like,
answer.
No, I definitely have it. I put it on everything. There's like this sauce called like chipotle like gourmet, or I don't know.
Gourmets, like
Chipotle gourmet or
Like
whatever.
Chipotle mayo?
I think so. I get it at Ralph's all the time. I put it on my eggs. I put it on my bread. I put it on everything.
Yeah.
And now he's going to put it on
And I
you.
put it on myself.
Put it on
Yeah.
yourself.
That could be an Instagram post, right? You get
Probably not.
shirtless and like spread it on your body.
Probably not. but-
That's the next thing I'm going to pitch you. I'm going to pitch you some ideas for your Instagram.
Okay.
Different shirtless activities you can be doing.
Okay.
I
Sounds
think
good.
this could be a series.
I don't think so.
What are you talking about? You cover everything else shirtless. Driving
You're right.
shirtless. Helicopter
I
shirtless.
don't drive shirtless.
You could. I'm just saying.
You
it's-
could.
No, you don't want this.
no.
Oh my my God. If this was behind the wheel shirtless, people would die. There'd be more car
get
accidents
tickets.
in Los Angeles.
We'll get pulled over.
That's amazing.
It's a road hazard, please. No, but I think you could be, expanding your shirtless brand. Ironic, you want to do merch, but I think there's another brand in wearing nothing.
See-through shirts?
You tried modeling. You were with Wilhelmina Models.
I tried modeling.
No, you modeled.
I did failed.
You were modeling heavy. Did you like the scene?
Yeah, I mean, I signed with Wilhelmina right when I moved here.
Yeah.
And it's always just been something like I'm interested in, but not like passionate about.
Yeah.
So if something comes out of it, it'll be great. But music is just like all I'm focused on.
Yeah. Is it hard to get passionate about something you kind of just stand there for?
No, I mean you don't need to fake it. Like if they call me and say, hey, we got a campaign for you at H&M.
No,
Oh,
it's a
dope, let's do
huge
it.
deal.
But it's not like I'm gonna. That's just not my focus.
No.
It's just like a cherry on top.
Jake Miller, you're a good guy.
Thanks, sir.
Overnight.
Thanks for having me.
That is the EP. That is also the single.
Yes. And it's the tour.
And is the tour.
Come see me on tour.
You need to pick up tickets right now.
Yeah.
VIP tickets, they're already pretty much sold out.
A few left in some cities.
Check them
You
out.
can go check it out.
But there's tickets available everywhere, and you're going across the country.
Yeah.
You excited to be on the road with Scott Nebb?
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah?
He's the best tour manager. Yeah, I'm just excited to be back on a tour bus. Like that's where I'm the most happy.
Are you one tour bus for everybody?
So my two openers are sharing a bus, and then me, and I think it's 11 people are going to be
Oh!
on my tour bus.
What?
11.
Yeah.
Wait,
It's a bus, guys.
It's a full band,
It's a
which is
bus?
5 people, including me. Tour manager, merch, lighting guy, sound guy,
oh, Jake.
video guys,
Sounds awful.
That's,
and maybe security. Maybe not. I don't know.
You need security.
Maybe.
You used to have security. It's been a long time since you've had it.
Yeah, it's kind of more of a perception thing, to be honest, but there's venue security. I'm fine. I'm a big boy.
I can take care of myself. I think that's scary, living with, strangers for a long time on a bus.
Well, they're not strangers. They
There's
become my
crew.
brothers. Half of them are my best friends already,
That's cool.
Yeah.
And it keeps you grounded.
for sure.
Has there been a moment over the last year that you kind of thought your head was getting a little bit too big, too quick?
It's been like a few times where my sister has been like, shut up.
Really?
Yeah. Like especially when I get some drinks in me, I'll just kind of be like funny, cocky. I think I stay pretty humble just because of where I grew up and the people I grew up around, and my family just would never let me get like that.
What's the dumbest thing you've spent money on? Nothing?
I mean, I bought a car, a Range
No.
Rover. Besides that,
That's
I haven't
nice.
spent a lot of money on anything.
Are you saving?
Of course, I have
Wow.
goals. Me and my dad, I have something I want to get when I reach this amount, and then I think that's what life's all about. I don't want to just go out and spend the money that I just made yesterday. I want to save it and then feel really good when I walk
Yeah.
in a Rolex and buy a Rolex. So
Look ahead to 2017 for me.
okay.
Besides the tour, what else is on your agenda? What's on your New Year's resolutions too?
What's on my agenda? So after the tour, hopefully we extend the tour to do a European or
Cool.
international overnight run. Obviously I'm going to get back in the studio, make another project, whether that's an EP or an album. I don't really know. As I said, I really want to wait until I have the whole world's eyes on me to put out my first debut full-length album.
I get it.
Not just my fan base, because although they're great and to me, they're big, but
Huge.
relatively, I want millions and millions of people to be watching me when I put out my first album.
And are we right now looking for love, or are we staying off of it as we go on tour?
I'm just looking to have
You
a
should,
good
you should
tour.
hook up with a fan in every state.
Okay.
There you go.
I'll have like a calendar and I'll just cross everyone.
Yeah.
I think
No,
that's a
I
little
don't know about that.
crazy. But do you want to go into the tour with an open mind? Because you don't know. You're going to be around a whole bunch of people.
I'm really not focused on that, to be honest.
But if it comes your way,
If it comes my way, we'll see. I'll let you know.
okay, keep me in the loop. Jake Miller, overnight. That is the
Yeah.
tour. Always the biggest pleasure.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Thank you.